Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, present the SmackDown Ring Report. We get the fallout from what happened from yesterday's WrestleMania FL Kickoff 40 kickoff fallout when Triple H was center stage. A lot of things went down tonight. Triple H coming out the fallout of that WrestleMania when it was a lot going on. You see Roman Reigns, World Champion Seth Rollins, and it was real. I'll say this, it was real nasty. The Rock snapped the taste out of Cody Rhodes' mouth. Cody didn't take that, but we'll get that coming up a little bit later. Also, too, Bianca Belair in her wants to go to WrestleMania, but she has to go through Mixin to go through the Elimination Chamber. It's the only way to do so. We'll get that coming up. As well as implications as Tyler Bay and Pete Dunne square off against DIY the right to challenge Judgment Day at Elimination Chamber for the tag team title. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kid the Dixie. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We can talk about the SmackDown Ring Report, the fallout from SmackDown. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. As we get you here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the SmackDown Ring Report. What a SmackDown it was tonight. A fallout from SmackDown. What a SmackDown it was. We're going to start off with this. Triple H kicking off the show. The Game, the King of Kings, the head of creative in WWE, wanted to address some situations that happened from yesterday's WrestleMania conference. We told you that we thought it was going to be The Rock versus Roman, but that really didn't go down as well. We know that WWE was in Vegas, in town for Vegas, because of these big games, the Super Bowl becoming in Vegas. So they wanted to attach themselves to get themselves prepped up. I really thought that they was going to announce that Vegas was going to host WrestleMania, but I guess that's not in the cards. I know they kind of hosted Allegiant Stadium, hosted SummerSlam. So guess it didn't come to the cards. But the big fallout from that was The Rock confronting Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was trying to confront The Rock as Cody felt like undermined by The Rock, as The Rock wanted him and Roman to headline WrestleMania together to be the biggest main event in all of wrestling, but that wasn't the case. Roman thought he was going to choose The Rock. Rock and Roman thought they had this plan all together, I guess. But The Rock decided to take matters in his own hand and slap the taste out of Cody Rhodes' mouth. Cody Rhodes did announce that he will be going to WrestleMania and challenging Roman Reigns to attend it, to finish his story that he attended, that he wanted to do. So Cody Rhodes will get that shot, to get that opportunity to dethrone Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Will this be Cody versus Roman the second time around? So we'll see how this is going to play out. We're glad that you're still with us. But we want to get back to fast forward you back to speed that The Rock has slapped Cody after Cody had disrespected the Rock's family after saying that his the grandfather, Cody's father and grandfather would be ashamed of both The Rock and Roman doing what they did, and that's not how you do good business. But The Rock is a board member now, so The Rock could insert himself in this match. But I don't know if it'd be abuse of power or not. We'll get to that if it comes down. But Triple H made it clear that he's the one that's going to be the one that sets the foot that be the one to decide what's going to happen. It's too bad. What Cody to finish his story, and Triple H believes that Cody Rhodes would finish his story, and that will be telling. So we know that next week we're getting breaking news right now that Paul Heyman informed Triple H that The Rock and Roman Reigns will be back on SmackDown to confront that answer and that decision. So Heyman making it seem like we're gonna get The Rock and Roman will return back on SmackDown, undisputed champion Roman Reigns, along with the People's Champion and the new found member of the boardroom, The Rock. The Rock felt upset by Cody about that incident, and Cody felt we just don't know what was said, and I wish we would have found out last week. What did The Rock tell Cody to have Cody feel so tearful that Cody want to give up his spot? So we don't know what's going to go there. So this is a long-term building right here between The Rock, Cody, and Roman. All of them. The pieces are not pieces are put together, but we just don't know where this is going to be, and what will The Rock do in order to get himself in this match and making it a maybe a triple threat match or maybe a match main event night one, maybe a match main event night two. We're gonna see how this is gonna boil down. But Cody Rhodes saying that these The Rock and Roma, they're part timers. They don't care about WWE. They care when they want to come in and show up. I guess that's how it be sometimes. But Triple H laid down the law tonight to address that situation, saying that Cody Rhodes will be the one to challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed championship, so Cody can finish his story. But you got to wonder what The Rock's next move going to be, with the chess moves between The Rock and Triple H with this political power play. Instead of them being in the ring, used to be, now they're playing corporate chess between each other. But we'll see how that's going to go. Well, Triple H was in the ring, the only one in the ring, as Triple H had the general managers from both Raw and SmackDown to announce the Elimination Chamber match for the men's. These 10 men will be in qualifying matches to compete to have at least six men to compete in the chamber. Well, let's go to the list of former WWE champions: Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, The Miz, um, um, NX. Kevin Owens, a former Universal champion. Um, Logan Paul, the current United States champion. Sami Zayn, Ivar, Bronson Reed, them come from NXT. LA Knight, Dominic Mysterio. So we know that the Elimination Chamber will come a little bit earlier than expected, but we'll have throughout that week we'll have the progress. We will not have the SmackDown report. We'll have the Elimination Chamber ring report for the Chamber because it's gonna come on a little bit earlier than expected. So I believe there's gonna be a lot of people, and I'll tell you at the end who I believe are gonna be making their way in the Chamber. We know Drew McIntyre. He went against McIntyre went against, I think, AJ Styles. McIntyre had a hard fought match against Styles and defeated Styles, as LA Knight was at ringside on commentary to watch the match, and I guess he was trying to sightsee and see what Drew McIntyre was going to do. Plus, too, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne earned themselves a opportunity for the tag team titles. They get a shot at the tag team titles Judgment Day at Elimination Chamber. We'll see that match. And Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne win the undisputed tag team titles. There's only time will tell, but we can tell you right now uh, how this going to go eventually. Well, we know the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, Bayley. Bayley returned to confront her Io Sky and you know who. Well, Dakota Kai came out of nowhere. Dakota Kai saying that she was trying to be the Vorb that didn't get damage control, the breakup between Bayley and Io and the rest of them. Well, that ship has sailed. I think Dakota Kai Bayley thinking Dakota Kai might be having some part in it, and we'll see Dakota Kai. A lot of people ain't buying Dakota Kai doing that. Bayley thinking Dakota's gonna turn on her eventually. But Bayley has her sights set on one to become the women's champion once again. Bayley wants to be, but she wants to believe that Dakota has her back. But Dakota tried to fend off Io and Oscar, but we will have to wait and see. I think this they just playing like Bayley. You would think Bayley be naive, but Bayley ain't naive to certain things and certain beliefs. So we'll see how this is gonna transpire. Also, too, speaking of that, Braun Breaker making his appearance on SmackDown. Braun Breaker shaking the hand of Paul Heyman. We know that Braun Breaker will probably be taking Brock's place going forward, but we'll see. Speaking of that, Bianca Belair wants to get to WrestleMania some way, somehow. Bianca Belair won her match against Michin and earns herself an opportunity into the Women's Elimination Chamber to meet Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. They might be playing out the WrestleMania 2K24 thing. Who knows? Bianca Belair may enter herself in it, or Jade or something may progress that. We'll see. I believe Bianca Belair and Jay are team up together and see how they'll do as a tag team going forward. So we'll see how this is going to go. Also, too, Logan Paul thought he was scheduled to meet his number one contender for his U.S. title. That wasn't the case. Logan Paul will be entering the chamber, but he will go in next week. We know this is one against his SummerSlam rematch. Logan Paul versus The Miz. Logan Paul takes on The Miz for a qualifying match, as well as Kevin Owens taking on Dominic Mysterio in a qualifying match next week on SmackDown. For the women's side of the Elimination Chamber, Shotzi takes on Tiffany Stratton, and for the Elimination Chamber, Naomi takes on Zelina Vega. A rivalry renewed. There's so much going down. And Bobby Lashley will take on Big Bronson Reed this Monday on Raw, as well as LA Knight will be taking on LA. I think LA Knight qualified today. Like let's see. LA Knight probably will go. We'll see. I think he's already in it. See who's the odd man out? LA Knight probably go against Evar on Raw this Monday. So we'll see that as well. But a lot of people are wanting to get to WrestleMania. This is the dream. This is the goal. Even Drew calls himself CMCH Hunk or something like that. But Randy Orton won his match tonight. Randy Orton won his match against Sami Zayn. Randy Orton took down Sami Zayn with ease, and I think this is where I hear what happened. Sami Zayn at the RKO, 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn lost his opportunity. Sami Zayn won't be heading to WrestleMania coming soon. I think Sami Zayn feeling a little bit detached on what's going on, and like I said, Sami Zayn lost his opportunity tonight with an RKO, and we saw that at the end, Drew McIntyre looked at the WrestleMania sign, and he looked at Randy Orton. A rivalry renewed. Remember back in 2020, 4 years ago? Man, that's so quick. 2020, 4 years ago. Randy Orton and Drew. They was battling for the WWE title throughout the pandemic. Drew was one of the leaders. Randy was also a helper too in that as well. So we'll see how this is going to equate going forward here on SmackDown. But you got to wonder what The Rock and Roman Reigns, what would The Rock do? What would The Rock say? The Rock and Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, they're coming back and they're going to address the situation at hand by Cody Rhodes. You know The Rock's going to find some loophole, something to figure out how to cancel this match or get in this match some way, somehow. So Rocky a smart guy. Rocky ain't going to allow one of his resources just being wiped away. So we'll see how does that go. All right, that is the SmackDown Ring Report. We move forward to WWE Hot Topic. On Hot Topics, we know that WWE Speed is coming to X. Many of you may have soft speed. Speed will be a match under 5 minutes, and I guess every week, every 2 weeks, they get paid by X. So WWE Speed is coming. You know, the statistics, the data. We'll see how this is going to go after all these social media networks are editing and going their way. So we'll see how this is going to progress going forward. We'll see. Also, too, speaking of the great one, The Rock. You know, The Rock has a lot on his plate. He's going to want to challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for a match. Cody gets involved. Well, we tell you this: that The Rock's new movie Manoa, it's coming in 2024. Surprise release, so it's coming soon. So, we see that coming forward and stuff. Also, too, Mercedes Monet, she confirmed that she might be heading to Boston. So she kind of confirmed it's the AEW can't keep a secret. That's the worst kept secret at all. You know she's coming, but you want to keep the surprise going, not setback. You just know when the time is right to do it, and don't let nobody hold you back, regardless. So, like I said, she's coming back, and then too, also to the Drake concert. Well, the WrestleMania kickoff and stuff happened. Well, we'll see how this is gonna go. Speaking of that, we told you earlier this week that TNA Prince Scott Moore had been released. Well, TNA is going to host Rebellion at the Palms Casino. We'll see how that's going to go down. It's going to be a ride out Scott Moore coming down to the places. And then, too, you got to wonder, what will Scott Moore do? Will he join WWE or will he join AEW? He will be a valuable asset to either company that gets him. AEW might need him because they probably can keep control of Tony Khan from not tweeting all the time. We'll see how this is gonna go. All right, we're gonna end this here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're gonna end it with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, perhaps battling for the WWE Championship. We'll see that as well. Well, for me and Kendra Dick saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for the Collision Ring Report. See you later.